and Selamat Hari Raya to all of you, all of my friends who are celebrating it today. I'm sure today is a very happy day as you celebrate the victory after a whole month of fasting and you can finally drink the whole day again. Today's tea is very special. It is the Jasmine Pearl from Yixing Tea House, my favorite tea house in Singapore. It's quite amazing how a small few rolled up tea leaves can evolve into such delicious and fragrant tea. So highly recommend it if you ever look for this. And now let's get on to today's episode. Today is a little bit special. It is a part 1 of a 2-part series that I'm going to cover on increasing your business value. Looking at your business valuation, how to make your business be worth more. This is going to be an extremely relevant series, especially if you have an eventual grand plan of being able to sell your business for many multiples, or even to franchise or license it one day. You want to be able to aim for a specific value that you want to go for to make sure that all your effort of building the business is going to be worth it. I have to give credit to a friend who inspired me to do this episode as well as next week's episode, and it is my friend Henry Chow from CS Chow and Company. So he runs an accounting auditing firm where he also does business valuation. So if you're ever interested in getting to know what your business is worth today, I highly recommend you to look him up, CS Chow and Company, or you can drop me a message if you need his contact. I'll be more than happy to link you guys up so that you can finally have a pulse check. Hey, how much is my business worth today and how much do I want it to be worth before I exit? So that then you can decide on what to do about it. How do you increase those value? And then you can look for me to help you increase your business valuation. So now let's get on to the content of the episode. Today, I will cover the first half of the points, the ABCD. You know how I love my alphabets. The ABCD of increasing your business value. We'll start with the letter A, and A stands for assets accumulation. Now, I want to highlight that a lot of people always link assets to hard assets, very tangible assets like your cash in the bank, the property that your company own, and all these things. I want to let you know that when I say assets accumulation, it also refers to the intangible asset. What is that, Phil? So yeah, your brand positioning, the customer base, all the contracts, all the receivables that you have for your company will also add to the value of your company. So again, on top of your hard assets, the more cash reserves that you have, the more hard assets, the property that you own, maybe your company, you have used your company to buy a commercial property, maybe your office building belongs to you. All these things will definitely add to the value of your business. But like I said, the soft part of the assets where maybe you have 100 different recurring contracts with customers, or you have built your brand such that everybody goes to you for a certain type of products or services. These are also considered assets to the company. It can definitely help boost the value of your business. So that is the A. The A is asset. I want you to be a bit more conscious. Ask yourself, what are the concrete plans for you to grow this asset base, both in the tangible as well as the intangible. And B stands for business profits. Now, when I refer to your business profits, I'm not just talking about the hard numbers, the actual amount of the profit. I'm also talking about your profit margin. Now, as you can see, if you look into all those shows that covers investors who want to buy businesses, they will always see what is your profit margin. The higher the margin, obviously, is the better, because they will know that it is much easier to make sure that they have profits or dividend. When they invest this certain amount to buy your business, they know that they can get the ROI from it within a certain number of years. If they feel that, oh wow, if I pay $1 million for your business, I need like 15 years to break even whatever I put in, they may not be so keen to buy your business. So again, look at your numbers and look at both your profit amount every year as well as your profit margin. And obviously, the best number is when the profit continues to grow year after year. So that is on profit. And then the C stands for cash flow. Like I mentioned in past episodes, sometimes a company may have sales, but if they do not manage their cash flow very well, in fact, it can put the company in a very dangerous position. So, the opposite also applies, where if you have a very healthy cash flow, where you are growing the amount of revenue and your expenses are going down, and you can really just see that the company has a lot of liquidity, a lot of resources to spare, the healthier your cash flow movement is, the more valuable your company will be. Because again, some investors would buy a business because they want to see some healthy cash flow coming in. And D, the letter D, stands for diverse and recurring revenue stream. Okay, so I put two words there. One is diverse. It is always wise to make sure that your revenue stream doesn't just come from one major big client, because that will put the business in a very high risk position. If there's anything that happens to this one client, and as you know, last year anything can really happen, even the largest companies can be affected if they do not pivot very well from last year's pandemic. So yes, you have to make sure that your revenue stream is a little bit more diverse, that you have a few different kinds of ways where you can make money. If you only have one type of product with only 3 or 4 clients, that's gonna make your business kind of high risk, and that may not lead to a very high valuation. But if let's say you have different kinds of product offering, and these are all generating different kinds of revenue stream, if you have a lot of recurring deals that are happening where companies subscribe to your services, so they pay money every month or every year again, and they know that this contract is going to be an ongoing long-term thing, those are going to be very, very good for the valuation of your business. Because again, think of it from the investor's point of view. They would want to know that when they park this money, they still have a longevity of money coming in from all your existing contracts. And they also want to know that you don't just have the same small pool of few clients, but you can continuously grow that clientele base such that the business will keep moving to greater heights, as well as having more and more people who are contributing money. So if anything were to happen to any one of your clients, it will not impact the business too much. And the other thing, like I mentioned about the recurring deals, imagine this. If let's say I were to buy a business, obviously I'm gonna look for something that has a lot of long-term contract, rather than something that when the moment I buy, I have to work hard to find the one-time deal again and again and again. It's gonna be hard work for me. A lot of people who buy businesses, most of the time they are buying it for ROI, for a return on investment. So if they have to still work very hard to make sure the companies survive after they buy, they may not pay very much for your business. Again, I'm not saying that they're not gonna buy, but then you may not get the best price that you really want for the business, and that is against your plan, right? You've built your business for a long time, you spend all these efforts. Of course, you want to make sure that you get very, very good value at the end. And guys, buying, building, and selling business can be a very lucrative thing. Like some of my biggest mentors in business have become billionaires because of doing exactly that. They know how to take a business when it's not maximum valuation because they are missing 1 or 2 components. And then when they buy at X dollars, they can then build it to the point where it is worth a lot more because of some of the things that I mentioned here. Fixing its cash flow, making sure that they have very diverse revenue stream, as well as making sure that their profit margin is very healthy and accumulate assets here and there, and suddenly boom, they can sell it for many multiples. So your home fun, it's homework but it's fun. Your home fun for the day is really to look into your business. Think about what kind of rough values are you aiming for. Do you already have an exit strategy in mind? Do you already have the intention how you're gonna exit the business or grow and scale it? And the other thing is, check yourself against the ABCD. Does your company have assets, or does it have plan to accumulate assets? Number 2, how are your business profits like? Does it have a very good profit margin? Does it have a good profit amount coming in every year? And is the profit amount growing? Number 3, look at your company cash flows. What are the things you can do in the business to improve the cash flow so that, again, there's a lot of resources available when you want to grow the business? And number 4, look at your revenue streams. Do you have revenue streams coming from different types of products or services, or do you only have one single product they are only selling to very few clients, or do you have like maybe different segment of the market that you are targeting with this same product or services? So once you have done all this checklist, watch out for next week's episode where I'm gonna share with you a few more things that you can do to increase your business valuation. And if you feel that you need a bit of help doing the actual work that would increase those value, please feel free to reach out to me. This is one of my favorite type of things to do for businesses, which is to help you get to where you are and get you the value that you deserve. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I say Selamat Hari Raya again for all my friends who are celebrating and fairly with jasmine pearl tea. Checking out. See you next week.